on this Demon Hunter later on, but this game's pretty much over here. See some things that I think you guys can learn from this game. Also take note real quick, if you're not out of the game already, pause the game and you can look at where he actually had his expansion at the 6 o'clock. If you haven't already noticed that, I built 2 towers there, and I kind of built them behind the gold mine in a weird position. And I did that because Night Elf is kind of known for re-expanding at the same place over and over again, even after you know that they're there. So this kind of gives him a little something to have to deal with, that he's not going to be able to just send a wisp there and build a tree of life, because he's going to have 2 towers to have to deal with. You don't necessarily have to build 2, one's okay, but again, it's something to just kind of do on your off time if you can sneak a peon in there and really try to hide it behind the trees, especially on this map. It works on other maps too, but just having that one tower there helps out. And if you're up against an opponent who has to build a base there, like a human or another orc player, and who has a peon line that's going to be running back and forth there, sometimes they won't see that tower until their base is already completed, and those towers will automatically attack the gold mine that's running it, just kind of making it a pain in the butt, again, for him to have that expansion running. And it also helps you when you go in to try to take it out to have, you know, some towers in there, little offensive towers to use. You'll notice actually too that on both my heroes, again, another mistake I made, I hadn't spent my hero points or whatever. I haven't spent them. They just sit there. I have 1 talent point on my level 4 Blade Master and level 3 Shadow Hunter that I just didn't invest in. And I think I'm just mainly trying to concentrate on ending this game now, so I wasn't even paying attention again on my hero levels. They did have that point for a little bit of time during this fight here, but that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and close this game out. Hope you guys appreciated that. I know I never try to disrespect my opponents at all. I always try to keep it as standard as possible. I think it's just a more professional way to play, you know, the game, especially on ladder and stuff, and I think people respect that too. So I think my opponent played pretty well. It was a new strategy that I was trying out, and especially with that Keeper the Grove first, opting for the tree ants other than entangling roots. That probably could have done well versus maybe a lower level player, or a player who wasn't that into defending his base, maybe as I did, or had a different type of base layout. That might have worked a little bit better too. But I'm actually unfamiliar with how the Keep of the Grove works really well as a primary hero, because I have not seen that very often. And when I do see it, it's basically entangling roots and not tree ants. So maybe some of you Night Elf players out there that know the ups and downs of playing Night Elf and going and Keep of the Grove, and what their benefits might be to do that earlier versus Orc, just go ahead and let me know. Appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoyed this AC, and we'll probably hear some more from me because I'm about to do 3 or 4 more ACs back to back today. So I don't know how many of these I'm going to post, but... Oh, one last thing. I meant to mention this in the beginning of the audio commentary. I'm going to mention this in every one of my audio commentaries as long as I keep remembering to do it, is to check out the member audio commentary section. There's always new people putting out new content, and there's favorite member audio commentaries there. So go to the forums at WCReplays.com and check out member audio commentaries. When you're waiting for the staff members to post out audio commentaries, there's usually 3 or 4 audio commentaries sitting brand new almost every day in the member audio commentary section. And remember to leave comments for those people too, because just because they're not staff doesn't mean they don't enjoy doing what they're doing, and everyone loves to hear a critique and how they can do what they're doing, do what they like doing better. You know, so definitely give your opinions on their audio commentaries, and definitely give them a watch. And a lot of these players put a lot of time and effort into putting out quality content. So definitely check out member audio commentaries. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed the AC. Stay tuned for my next one, I guess. Bye. Hello everyone. This is Systemshark, bringing to you another audio commentary for WCReplays.com. This is a continuation of my marathon ACs I'm doing today. Doing like 3 or 4 ACs today at least. I don't know how many of them I'm going to submit, but definitely going to do them all back to back. These are all going to be ACs on games that I've played, so we'll see how they go. So, oh yeah, don't go stealing this. This is all copyrighted 2006, blah blah blah, WCReplays.com. So get the replay loaded up at the 1 minute and 30 second mark. Fog of War off. This is an Orc vs. Night Elf on Twisted Meadows. One of my favorite maps of all time. I really like Twisted Meadows. Just the creeping patterns and the Close kind of spawns no matter where you're at. They're all kind of known. It's very action-packed. I love this map versus every race. This is probably my favorite ladder map, or kind of standard map that everybody plays. This matchup, Orc versus Night Elf, again, just as I mentioned in the last audio commentary that I did, that this is my least favorite matchup of all time, basically because it's Druids of the Talon and other type of units. Druids of the Talon, basically my Bane unit. I always get screwed by that, so all you Night Elf players, if you ever catch me on ladder, Druids of the Talon, and you usually got me beat. This game is going to be focusing on the effectiveness of Chain Lightning and Shockwave versus Night Elf. Normally, I like to use Chain Lightning and Shockwave, or we'll just call it Chain Wave, versus Human, mainly because of their footmen. As soon as you see them, you can pretty much kill them all. When you get your Tauren Chieftain on at level 1 and have level 2 Chain Lightning, you can do a lot of damage really quickly. And unless they have any heal scrolls or they're moving back, which a lot of human players have adapted to, it really makes footmen obliterated or whatever. So this is going to be kind of close spawns, I guess. I don't know, just right next to each other spawns. I'm going to be on the east side, he's going to be on the west side, both in the southern locations. These are kind of unique spawn points, as, I mean, I think I kind of have the advantage here in this, because I'm going to be able to quickly go from my base to his really early on in the game, and I guess he could do the same thing. So no, this, you know, it's even locations, I guess. In this spawn location, if he was a human player, it would definitely be an advantage, I think, because he could creep that Goblin Laboratory a lot quicker with it, or a lot easier anyway, with his militia and footmen that all human players like to do. So if you ever face a human player on this map, and you can scout them out early with like a peon or something, just assume that they're going to be creeping that Goblin Merchant out, the Goblin Laboratory, sorry, right next to their base with their militia early on, and either bring a hero around to crap. Okay, so we're talking about Night Elf here, not human. Right, Shark. So I like to use Chain Wave versus Night Elf too sometimes. It's more effective versus players who don't opt for the Demon Hunter. Maybe go for more summons, but because Mana Burn can really hurt this strategy, and also Healing Scrolls can hurt this strategy a lot. So you just basically want to target your Chain Wave and your Chain Lightning and Shockwave, Chain Wave, on lower HPs like archers and things like that. So let's go ahead and get it on pause. If you're not there already, really shame on you, because I just talked for like an hour and we haven't even been watching the replay. So let's get it unpaused in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. Alright, we're unpaused. As you can see here, I've opted for an early barracks other than a fast tech kind of strategy. The only time I'll do a fast tech strategy is when I'm really planning on doing a lot of early game harassment, and I wanted to kind of take it a little bit slow this game. And although I could harass with my Farseer, I typically don't do it anymore. Just because Night Elf has become so adapted to dealing with wolves, and since wolves give more experience, I didn't want to kind of risk that. So I'm often opting for a more creep-oriented strategy rather than harassment strategy. If I was going for harassment strategy, I would have gone for Blade Master, and I would have built my Voodoo Lounge before my barracks, and I would have teched before I built my barracks or additional burrows. So that's how that works. Again, going for my creeping, bringing my wolves and grunts around. I haven't scouted him out yet, but I am going to do so with one of these wolves that I'm creeping with at the moment. I like to usually wait until they're a little bit lower than that, but a half HP can kind of save you. Too, that if you notice that your opponent happens to be focus firing on your scout wolf, you can resummon them real quick to kind of deny him that experience. So, only thing about scouting, using your wolves to scout with, is you can't resummon them to creep again, but I'm waiting on my second grunt before I start creeping this no warden anyway. I have decided, since I wanted to know where my opponent was first, that I was going to bring my wolves and grunts out for more of an aggressive approach here. I'm not necessarily going for any attack on his base, but I would like to catch him creeping. Fortunately, I caught him a little bit early here, and he's going to be able to get a kill on my wolf here. But I do move my Farseer and get a last volley off to kill this archer with 1 HP. Oh, that was so close. I was biting my teeth the whole way, right? So you basically want to, as a Night Elf player, focus fire on the wolves. The wolves are going to be your easiest target here at 200 HPs, and they yield a good amount of experience. And you want to micro your archers away. And since it just turned nighttime, he is now able to use his Shadow Meld and hide his archers. So I've decided to, hey, I'm going to go buy some Dust of Appearance. It's nighttime. I'm going to go buy some... Oh, do I do that? No, there isn't a. There was a shot, but I didn't went and buy it. So instead, I backed off a little bit, hoping he would move his archer, and then I came back in to try to keep this null warden spot. Creep this null warden spot. This is a pretty popular spot for people to want to creep out early because it can get you a decent item and a lot of experience.